first 4 games, we have a lot to get to. So, Tarek, we're going to do our very first mailbag of the season. We appreciate everyone that tweeted in questions to Tarek earlier this week. We have picked several that I have right here on my phone. And we're going to
the phone you have to trade in soon.
The phone I have to trade in soon. Thanks, Dad. No, he'll take me off his phone plan if I say it too long. Still on there. All right, so a few things to get into. First one, the guy we haven't mentioned just yet, Tarek. How long is Lapierre's leash this season?
I'm going to say it's not very long at the moment.
Yeah.
He's already been a healthy scratch. Only played 8 minutes or so against the Lightning. That tells me that Carberry is looking for more from young Hendricks. Again, young player, made the roster. He's going to get an opportunity here. But to me, and again, this was without talking to him and really knowing what's going on inside of his head, but just as a person who's been watching the NHL for more than 2 decades, he looks to me like a player who is overthinking and maybe overprocessing and afraid of making a mistake because he knows that a mistake can lead to getting taken out of the lineup, which can lead to going back to Hershey. I want to play in there. Mm-hmm. So it feels to me like there's a little bit of paralysis by analysis with him because he's a good skater and he can play fast. But there are times where you can tell he just hesitates a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so what Carberry is looking for, and he has used this word a number of times, he's looking for reliability from that third line, but from Hendricks in particular. He just needs to know that every time he puts 29 over the boards, he's going to get the same level of execution. And it just hasn't happened yet. Again, small sample size, but as anyone who's been around this league for a long time knows, you don't get forever to show you can do it, right? He's going to keep getting some opportunities, but he needs to bear down here and show Carberry that he can be reliable.
And he knew that last year as well, gets sent down in December and comes back and has a stellar training camp and preseason, led the team in points.
7 points.
Yeah, 7 points. And now, granted, just numbers, 3 games in, no points yet. But what do you think the difference is? What kind of mental switch flips
Pressure.
when? Okay.
Pressure. Yeah. When you're out there in the preseason, you're playing against a lot of guys who are back in the AHL or back with their junior teams. You come out here in the regular season and you're facing 12 NHL forwards, right? The level of detail on the ice goes up. The level of competition goes up. You're playing against older, stronger players who've been there and done that. The level of detail in the meetings, there's more stuff to think about. And again, I just feel like there's a hump that he has to get over. And I've got faith. I think he's going to do it. I've seen guys take a little bit of time. Connor McMichael took a little bit of time.
Prime example.
Took a little bit of time. I think we're going to see the same thing with Hendricks. He's got too much skill. He's going to make it. You just hope that he figures it out soon.
Yeah, his team obviously has belief in him, but like you said, time's ticking. So hopefully soon. Well, switching to some prospect talk, Tarek, we also asked for someone like Cole Hudson. How do the Caps work with him during the season while he's in another league?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. The Capitals have professional development guys, and they check in with prospects throughout the year, especially the NCAA and junior players. I would imagine Brooks Orpik, who goes to BC, of course, went to BC, graduated at BC, and Cole Hudson's at BU, so they are blood rivals. But all kidding aside, I would imagine Brooks checks in with them. But the Capitals are always very careful to give players who aren't in their system, who are playing for a college, give them their space. Right, because you're playing in a different league for a different coach who wants different things from you, and so you don't want to make that player think too much. You don't want to go, hey, I saw this, because you don't always know what the BU coach wants, right?
Exactly.
So there's contact. They check in on them. Cole's having a great start to the season. I've seen a few highlight goals already. I think he's going to be here at some point this year. That said, other than checking in with a text message or a quick phone call, there's not a whole lot until they start getting closer to like March, and then they start reaching out to the agent and start feeling, okay, second year, his brother came out after his second year, you've had another good year, do you want to play for the Capitals in the playoffs?
Yeah.
A la Ryan Leonard last year.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, 2 goals, 3 assists. Like you mentioned, those goals highlight reel type goals as well. I've seen them all over Twitter, so certainly a name
good player
to keep in your mind. But now switching gears to special teams.
Okay.
This tweet says, it's been years of inconsistency on the power play. We keep hearing that they're trying to change it, put new people in, etc., but it's been slow to truly change. Do you see them going further this year to change it? And if so, how? We know it was obviously a drought this year as well. It finally breaks through 2 nights ago.
Yeah, finally got a goal. Look, I know that the power play is a point of emphasis for them this year. Part of the reason that they fell to Carolina in the second round last year was the PP didn't get going. So they are trying different things. You'll notice if you watch these games very closely, Ovi's on different side. They're trying different entries. One of the biggest problems for this power play last year was getting in the zone and getting established. Literally getting over the blue line with possession was a problem, or getting over the blue line and then regaining possession was a problem. So entries are a big point of emphasis. Ovi, like I said, has moved around with PLD, with Pierre-Luc Dubois out. We saw Sonny Milano. They are changing things up. It's been a little bit of a slow start, a little bit of a soft start for the power play. Again, there's only 78 games to go, so they got a lot of time to get it together. But look, as long as you have John Carlson and Tom Wilson and Alex Ovechkin, you're going to figure it out. I think this is going to be an upper half of the league, if not somewhere in the 10-12 range for this power play, and they're going to need it to be. And
quickly with the power play, I want to specifically touch on Tom Wilson for a second, because going back to that game against Tampa, regardless of the game-tying power play goal, he scores. So many guys in the room saying the next day that not only did they know they came out flat, but it wasn't just the goals for him. It's how Tom leads by example. The way he sets the tone with his physicality. Drags them into the fight is the best way to describe it. So I feel like we've said it over and over. But do the Capitals even win that game without his leadership off of the ice as well?
Goal, assist, a couple of really big hits. He's not really a rah-rah guy. A lot like Alex, he's the kind of guy that can turn a game with a play, with a big hit. With a point, with an assist, with a goal, just with his tenacity on the forecheck. When guys are on the bench and they're searching for their game and they know things have not gotten off to a great start, and you see Tom just getting after it, and every shift he's giving 10/10ths. That inspires the rest of the bench. He'll come over and he'll slam his stick because he knows guys got to get going, and that's why he's going to be the next captain of this team. He's got leadership. He's got it in spades. And, one thing that really stands out to me about Tom is he's been here for a long time. He came up when he was 18 years old. He gets better every year. I thought there would be a level off at some point.
In great shape physically.
There's been no level off. He gets better every year, and looking for a big year from him.